Hi guys, this is Dan from Magic Pachinko Restorations with another short video on a vintage pachinko machine. If you like these, please click on the subscribe button down below. Realistically speaking, although I'm shooting for 2 million, realistically speaking, I think we're about at 275 or so, and it continues to grow at a nice rate, slow but sure, and that's great. I appreciate the comments that are left. I would ask though that if you want to know, if you want an answer to a question, don't do it on YouTube. Go to magicpachinkorestorations.com and use the contact us or contact me, whichever one it is, and ask your question there. It's much easier for me to communicate directly from the website. I get an email as soon as you submit it, and then I can just go right back and give you an answer. I can give you my phone number, so on and so forth. It's a lot harder to do on YouTube. So again, visit the website if you've got questions. So this is another odd machine. I believe this is the first one that I've ever worked on. It's called the Takeya, and I don't know the date on it, although it's got a nice good sticker on it. I don't see any numbers on it, so I wasn't able to tell the year. My guess is mid-70s, as you know, most of the vintage machines that I work on are in that mid-70s range. This particular one did not have a wooden frame on it when I received it, and it was actually in a relatively good condition, and we talked it over with the owner and decided just to get it in working order, not with any kind of a full restoration or anything like that. And he did ask to see if I could find an outside cabinet for it. Fortunately, I was able to do that. So all of this was cleaned really well, and I repainted the center attraction. Quite often the paint just flakes off of those things. The thing that I like about this is that pearlescent plastic, and it's so pretty when it cleans up. The aluminum down here cleaned up really well. So the front of the machine cleaned up nice. It had the white Formica, and fortunately the frame I found had white Formica down below. It doesn't match, but it's consistent. So I did restore the frame. I had to do a little bit of modification. You can see it's a little crooked there, but I had to drill out the hinges and all sorts of stuff, but we made it, and that's my phone. Okay, so this is the back. You'll notice that most of the parts are all the same, even though it was a different manufacturer. How do I turn that thing off? Boy, sorry about that. Okay, most all these parts are the same. They pretty much kind of follow Nisogen, which was the main manufacturer. There was 2 of these on the machine, and the other one was over here, and this controlled the ball out light, but I could only find where one bulb was, and I was much more concerned with having a light that would come on when you got a, oh stop. There, okay, sorry. I was much more concerned with getting the bulb in there for the jackpot rather than a ball out light. And oddly enough, this is the mechanism for the ball out light, and normally it would have been hooked up to this, and it just isn't, and I don't see any way that's the original setup, and it's not, so I just didn't worry about it. The machine works just fine. With all of my restorations that I do, I replace the electrical connectors with the 12 volt. So now you just plug this in and plug it into the wall, and nothing happens right now because there's no light for the ball out. So this customer pre-purchased 250 pachinko balls, which is the minimum. So what you want to do, here's the ball dump right here, but it's spring loaded to default to not dumping the balls. So quite often with the Nisogens you have to make sure that it's locked. On this one, the default is it's always locked, so you don't really have to worry about it. But I still like the idea of initially just dropping a handful of pachinko balls in so that you can watch the flow go down through, fill either side of the jackpot. Then you know you're okay. Once you know that, then 90% of what you have total is going to go in the upper hopper. And again, 250 just barely fills that upper hopper once they're all through the machine. So you could easily put twice as many balls in here or more if you wanted to. This is a maintenance piece here, this red forked piece. I've actually got the wires running over it to keep it open rather than letting it fall forward. If it falls forward, it stops the flow of the balls. It's a maintenance thing, so for home use, you really don't have to worry about it. This is kind of a neat thing in the sense that somebody drilled a hole in the back plastic. So it's nice for me because I can test it from the back side rather than testing it from the front. So just by dropping a ball in, I know the machine is functioning. Now with this machine, let me rephrase that. With most machines, there's a little rod here you push up to reset your seesaw. This one has got a push over here, and it's an odd thing. There's actually a copper ball in there, but it serves the same purpose. It resets the seesaw. So if you ever get the machine not to pay out or something, this is your reset on the seesaw, and this is the release here for the paper clip. Okay, so this is ready to go. You'll need something this wide to catch the winning ball here and the losing balls come out here. Okay? Doesn't matter what it is, plastic, cardboard, whatever. So let's turn it around. We'll show you the machine in action here. So you're going to put some balls in here and start to launch them. Obviously, these are geared for the house to win. You did see it pay out once, and the light lit over here. If you press all the way down and release, it'll shoot a ball all the way over to the bumper. If you go maybe 3/4 of the way, it'll shoot it up in here. If you go about halfway or less, it will keep the ball on the left side. So that's really the only control that you have over it. The ideal way to do this is to launch your ball so that it drops in this area, and that gives you your best chance of it coming down through the center attraction. The center attraction is kind of neat. It'll drop down. There's actually a spring there, and it would bounce, and it may come out his nose. I'm not sure, but then it bounces around in here. And I didn't test this, so let's find out. There's a left and a right side on this. Okay. So if it goes in over here, it would open this tulip. Okay, so if it goes in on either side, it would open the tulip. If it goes straight down through, it would open both tulips. Obviously, it's easier to win when the tulips are open. That's a much bigger target. So this is the Takeya, probably from 73 or 74. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks.